Good afternoon, everybody.
You had to take a lot of air on that one, man.
Man, I think I need a helium tank after that one. Afternoon, Jeff.
Afternoon, Philip.
Philip.
Professional name. Yeah.
I mean, my mom calls me Philip. She should rest in peace. But
I think it's good.
all right.
I like it.
I'll let you do it.
Something different.
You know me long enough. You
Something
can call
different.
me Philip. Well, Jeff, it's another Tuesday show. We're here. We're back in the studio. Thanks to Mike here in the Media Zone. And we are very excited to have this is our 7th episode, huh?
Is it really?
Are we
Lucky
on
number
7?
7?
Lucky number 7.
Wow.
Actually, wow. Funny you should mention that. It's going to be, I haven't told you anything about what I'm doing.
Yeah, I have no idea.
You
said something about a surprise, and I don't know anything about
I left you in the dark.
Yeah.
A little bit of what we're going to be doing here in about 2 minutes.
Okay.
We're going to do it in 2 minutes. Countdown.
It's not my birthday, so I don't know
no,
what
it's
you got in
not your
store.
birthday, but it's something that every person that loves this game. And by the way, hello to all of our listeners.
Absolutely.
Welcome back to the Diamond Deal podcast. And, going back to what I was saying is, it's a dream for a father of any magnitude, whether you have a career in baseball or not.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about this before. A lot of people live vicariously through their kids. And it's one thing that
100%.
Love the game, enjoy the game, honor the game, respect the game. I was taught all those things. And I knew when I played, I don't know if you remember this, but I knew that baseball was going to be a part of my life, but I knew, excuse my language, damn well, I was not playing at the top level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now fast forward to having my first son and then having Dominic later, to having 2 boys now.
Yeah.
Okay. In a family that had a lot of girls. I mean, I had a sister.
Mm-hmm.
And my uncle and my cousins,
Twins,
all twins, and then Dawn and my cousin Scott and his sister Rhonda.
Yep.
So a lot of girls in our family, not very many boys.
Mm-hmm.
And when I had boys, I was like, this is awesome. I'll get to teach them the game. I was already kind of very heavily involved in the game and coaching and all that stuff. I remember Dylan used to come to my games when I was coaching, and he used to throw soft toss, and he could barely just pick up the bottle.
Yeah.
And it was fun. But as I've grown in this career of mine, I've realized how much it's a rarity that people get the opportunity to do something they truly love.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, to make it to a high level. Okay. It's almost damn near impossible.
Yeah. 100%.
So the best advice I have to give as a father to my kids in this game has been love it, enjoy it. You don't know when it's going to end.
Yep.
And trust me, very unlikely that they would get to the high level, despite how good they are, despite how much they love it. It takes a lot of hard work, and it takes a lot of dedication, and it takes the right time, the right situation, the right team, and everything to kind of fall into place. Okay. But of course, we all have high aspirations anyways, no matter what. Yeah. And I just want my kids to love the game. And that's pretty much where I've drew the line and said, I hope they just love it. I don't want to pressure them. I don't do anything. But that being said, our guest really threw me for a loop the other day.
Okay.
Only just because of how he approached me, how it all came about, and then also realizing that I have some really cool kids that enjoy it. Mm-hmm. They enjoy the game. Mm-hmm. And the experiences are something that we've talked about, that we've tried to make beneficial. Mm-hmm. And more beneficial for kids with our Florida East Coast Travel League and everything that we're doing with that as a group within our board and within our community and everything. So all of a sudden this text message comes through my phone, and I'm like, I know that name, but I don't know that name.
Right.
And I'm looking and you're going to see what I got.
Okay.
All right. So,
All right.
Mike, is our first guest in there? Don't bring up the link yet, Mike, but just leave it
Wow,
leave
this
it
is
there.
a good one.
Yeah, it's just going to be cool, man. It really
right.
is. All right.
All right.
So, first, I would like to welcome to the show everybody our first guest, a gentleman that I do know and met a few times out there in the baseball world of what I do. And he, like I said, he kind of threw me for a loop the other day, but we're going to welcome to our show.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Brian Domenico. So please welcome to the
Okay.
show. Brian, are you there?
Hey, Phil. It's nice to jump on the podcast. Are you able to hear me okay? Because it was kind of going in and out just a little bit.
I am hearing you perfectly. Thank you very much for doing this last minute. I really appreciate it. Our last couple of guests have been like hey man, I would love for you to come on the show. And this one is even more special. So Brian, I really thank you. I can't thank you enough for taking the time to speak with us. I'm going to bring in our other guest at the same time. Is another guest there? He is. Okay. I'm going to bring in my son, Dylan Terrano.
Wow.
Dylan Terrano. There you are.
Wow.
Dylan, first of all, you look good. You got practice. How was school today? Everything was good?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay. So we have Brian on. I don't know if you know who Brian is, but Brian has some things to tell you. So I think Mom has a box for you there.
Yeah.
All right. So Mom's got a box. So guys, this is really again, this is not pre-recorded. This is not pre-rehearsed. Dylan had just got home from school. Brian
Jeff doesn't know anything about
Jeff
it.
knows
so it's
nothing.
fine.
Uncle Buck knows nothing about this.
Yeah.
Mom only knows, and Dylan is about to know. So Brian, why don't you take over for me, buddy?
Well, to allude back to what you said about the text message and me reaching out to you, and I'm the president and CEO of a baseball event called the Power Showcase, and it's been around about 20 years and has featured some of the best players in the world, like Bryce Harper. When he was 16 years old, he came to the Power Showcase, and this is the event where he hit his legendary 502-foot home run at Tropicana Field back in 2009. And a couple of months later, he graced the cover of Sports Illustrated as the chosen one. And since then, there's been a plethora of other guys now that are in the big leagues. And so, I'm always, looking on social media, and there's always different style players that I look for. And when I came across,
I lost you just for a second. Are you still there, Brian?
Uh-oh. Oh, there we go.
We
can hear you
you.
now.
Finish that last sentence. You there, buddy?
He may have to call.
yeah, I'll try you guys right back. I mean, it's really difficult to hear you guys. Can you hear me?
We hear you perfectly
we hear you.
now. We hear you perfectly. Go ahead.
Okay. So I saw the video of Dylan, and again, the upper half was polished and looked incredible. So I sent the message to you, like, how old is he? Or when does he turn 12? I think you said his 12U season was coming up. And
Yes.
I'm an educator, and I did play professional baseball with the Oakland A's and the Boston Red Sox, and I
Uh-oh.
saying, you guys go ahead. I don't know if you guys are trying to tell me you can't hear me or.
Nope. We're still here. We got you.
Oh,
Keep
okay,
going,
good. Yeah, so I think that I try to take the platform that's been created, which is a 3-day event with the Major League Scout Day and the dinner and the Derby, and then the kids play a Major League produced game, as an educational tool to really facilitate these young players, whet their palates for greatness, kind of put them in a time warp and allow for them to touch the Holy Grail at the other end of the rainbow. So now at 12, 13, 14 years old, now
Yeah, it went out again.
Yep.
they're working on what they call it the grind, because they're trying to chase a dream. And once they've tasted and felt that prosperous energy, it's pretty special.
Yep. No, I couldn't agree more. And look, it was a opportunity that I had to come and meet Brian and his entire organization at one point in time. There was a time, I don't know if you remember, Jeff, I actually threw BP at Miami Marlins.
Oh,
Stadium.
yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
Came in as a lefty, was carving everybody up, and all the scout friends of mine, Nick Presto and Cliff Terracuso and Jose Alou, and all those guys were there.
Cliffy.
Yeah, Cliffy T and Nicky P. We're like, Coach, look, can you come out real quick? And I'm like, what's the matter? What am I doing? He's like, they're supposed to hit the ball. You're supposed to just lay it in there
Yeah.
and give them good PP, but at least not carve them up and try to lefty, slice them up. So they called in for the righty and got me out of there. But if Brian remembers that, so go ahead, Brian. Yes, I've gotten the pleasure of witnessing this event, and it's pretty spectacular.
Well, I appreciate that, but let's get to the fun stuff. Dylan, how are you?
Sure.
I'm good.
So did you get a chance to open the box yet?
No, not yet.
He's got it. He's got it right now.
Go ahead and open the box, Dylan.
God, I wanted to quote a movie line so bad.
Well, go ahead and again, guys, from my side, I mean, I for some reason I have a bad connection. I'm like driving around parking lots here, trying to find a good spot.
Stay there.
Don't
Don't
move.
move.
Stay where you're at right there, because you're perfect right there.
Stay where you're at. Don't move anymore. You're perfect. We can hear you perfectly.
All right.
So Dylan is officially opening the box.
Play by play.
So he has the hat. You want to basically told you or tell Dylan what you have told myself and my wife at this point, Brian? Can he hear us?
I think the Wi-Fi dropped again.
Dylan, why don't you read the note?
Yes. Can we read
We're
it?
going to see how good you do in school.
Yeah,
so can you read it out loud, please?
Sit down and read if you don't want.
All right. Dylan.
Sit down so we can see you.
I trust this note finds you well, training intentionally and excelling in the classroom. I came across a video of you located on Facebook and was immediately
Intrigued, probably.
intrigued. Next, I reached out to Dad to inquire further and ask for additional videos to review. Your upper half is polished with present wrist strength and real promise. However, your lower half isn't being utilized to its maximum capacity potential. Moving forward, I strongly believe your focus needs to shift towards developing your core strength, hip rotation, acceleration, and most importantly, maintaining tremendous balance too, and through the point of contact. This will unlock next phase of your hit ability. I'd like to take this opportunity to personally invite you to participate in this year's 17th annual World Power Showcase. The event's being hosted by World Series champion Texas Rangers at beautiful Globe Field from November 24th through the 26th, 2024. You will be proudly represent Florida during the renowned 12U Home Run Derby and participate in the Rookies Classic All-American Game. Listen, always seek out to the toughest competition, and remember, you'll learn more from moments of adversity than minor success. In close, our two official hats and batting gloves. I hope everything fits. I look forward to seeing you in the future, and watching you becoming the very best player and you're capable of.
Congratulations, son. You for sure have earned this.
Wow, it's kind of like picking a college. You just pick that hat up and put it on. That was great.
That's what I was going for today.
That was good. I like that.
Is Brian still with us?
Yeah, I am.
Brian, he just read the note. I guess you can, if you want to fill in the rest. But Brian, I can't thank you enough for first of all looking at Dylan and seeing the potential and reaching out to me. I think you just made his year, and you made this one proud papa.
Well, listen, you're more than. Go ahead. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead while we have you. I don't want to lose you again.
Yeah, no. What I was going to say to you is that hope your listeners understand this was not staged. You know what I mean? It was, and so that over the 20 years of me reaching out and meeting countless families and players, I mean, this is part of the fun journey that I'm on, and to know all the good things that you're doing, for the Little League and on and off the field with youth. I mean, again, I would jump at the chance to get on and support what's going on here with this. And I love the fact that Dylan opened the box right there on the air. I hope the hat fits.
Do they fit, kid?
The hat fit.
Yeah,
he's got a big head.
So listen, so Dylan, that's if I find another video of you hitting without up and taking it away from you. That's your workout hat. All right.
That's it. Brian, thank you very much. I know you got practice. Dylan actually has practice this evening with his team with the Okeechobee Tomahawks tonight. So I can't thank you enough. Again, like I said, you made this one proud papa, and thank you for saying this. This was not staged. This is something that Brian saw in Dylan. He's watched some of the best. This is not dad's relationship. This is something that my son has worked very hard for, and he continues to keep working hard. But more importantly for me, this is about the experience that, again, what he will experience going to Texas and working hard to accomplish, to do well there. Again, I told him when we talked to Dylan about this, it was something that he would have to work hard at doing.
Yeah.
But not only that, but he would have an experience that some people wish they can get.
We never got this.
I never got this. Not even close. So, I mean,
and I was a badass ball player, D.
but Brian is doing something that is, again, whether these kids make it to the pros or not, this is just about experiences. It's about learning something, trying something different on a big stage, no doubt, but also just enjoying childhood all the way up, at being a kid and getting some opportunities that some people, sometimes don't always get. And it's what life is about. It's experiencing things and
just enjoy the ride, man.
Exactly.
Just enjoy the ride, dude.
Exactly. So I can't, again, thank Brian enough for seeing something in Dylan. And now Dylan's got a lot of work to do because he's going to make Brian very proud when he comes out there to Texas, because I know my son can work hard, and that's what I've taught him.
Yep.
That's what we've taught him as parents. So Dylan, go to practice. Love you. I will see you later. I'm glad you were able to do this with us. Brian, thank you so much. Good luck at your practice this evening, and we'll be in touch soon.
Yep, you got it. All right, I appreciate you having me on. Dylan, we'll talk soon, buddy, okay?
Thank you.
All right, bye, guys. You got it.
Take
Thanks,
care.
Phil.
Take care. Thank you. Take care.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Kaylee's on here. Hi, babe. How are you? Yeah, that's a huge freaking surprise.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Can we bring up the thing now, Mike, as far as kind of showing what it is? And, like I said, I had the opportunity of doing this probably about 4 or 5 years ago, going in there and throwing some BP, and saw some of the most talented kids I've ever seen.
Yeah. Okay.
Hitting home runs in a major league ballpark, not a spring training facility, a major league baseball park.
These are all 12-year-old kids?
No, this is I actually got a chance to do the older division. But they have it from, like Brian was saying, from 12U all the way up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And the older kids are here in Florida. Dylan happens to be blessed enough to live in Florida, but they do the 12U division, and I believe the 13U division and 14U division in Texas.
Okay.
So they fly him out there, whole family.
And uncle. Yeah.
And uncle. Yeah. It was funny because I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, man, that would be awesome if it was here and everybody could go down there.
Yeah.
I got a lot of plane tickets to buy, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, Diamond Deals is going to have to take the road. Bro.
Yeah. Unreal. But and look, man, I will show you guys the text on air. I'm sitting, all I did was post a post on Facebook about
Mm-hmm.
him hitting one afternoon.
Mhm.
And I'm sitting on the couch and I'm doing I think I was doing Fleetle stuff.
Yeah.
And I was putting in some teams and stuff. And all of a sudden this text message comes across my phone, an instant message. And I'm like, I know the name, but I don't know the name.
Right. Like I know him.
And I know
I don't
him,
know.
but I don't know him.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I know him, but I don't know.
Yeah.
And money got weird. Yes.
Yeah.
But so I'm looking at it. I'm like, why do I know that name? But then I'm like, is it spam? Like, I'm like, now I'm starting to, because it started off with, hey, Phil, I just saw a video of Dylan. When will he be 13? And that was it. And I'm like, okay.
Hi, 911.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm looking at his profile and I don't see anything. And I'm like, all right, how do I know him? But he's a friend of mine. So now I'm like,
I know him, but I got to figure out.
right. But then you know what? Facebook, it's like mutual friends. And you know, I accept the people that I do know, but sometimes I will accept people that are mutual friends with other people that I know within my industry.
Right. Yeah.
And so I was, it didn't ring a bell. And then I finally said to him, Dylan will be 13 in December. And he's like, oh, perfect. He's like, do you remember the Power Showcase? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And now all of a sudden it clicked. And I'm like, yeah, I said, I actually had an opportunity to throw. And he's like, oh, that's right. Nick Presto brought you this, that, and that thing. And I said, yeah. And he goes, well, I took a liking to your son and in the video. I'd like you to show him some video of the program and see if he may be interested. We would like to cordially invite him to the event.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, wait a minute, time out. We got to get mom on the phone. And he said to me, he's like, do you mind if I call you right now? And this was like 9:30 at night. And I'm like, yeah, cool. Call me. Yeah. So Sheila and I go outside.
Phone's open.
Go outside. I put him on speakerphone and he introduced himself to Sheila and we spoke and we made it to a point where this is awesome, but now this is a Dylan decision.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it being a decision, but I think Dylan needs to also understand, like, when we play these sports and we play these things that we do, like, I'm going to piggyback kind of like what you said earlier is, you know, it's such a rare opportunity to actually go any further than where we're at. I mean, you know, again, I've been offered to go back and coach high school football, man. Yeah. And I, right now I'm turning it down only because I want to enjoy the time I have with my kid as far as with Jackson playing. I know there's going to come a time probably in life where it could be tomorrow. I don't know, that he says, I don't want to play anymore. And it will kill me because I know it killed my dad when I told him I didn't want to play anymore. Yeah. And I want to enjoy those moments because I knew I wasn't going anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, yes. Was I good? Yes. Was I great? No. Right. And would I have made in the pros? No. Right. So for this to happen to him at such a young age, if it doesn't give you that vision that this could take you someplace else, then I don't know what does. That was exactly what Brian had said to me. He said, look, you know, he's dealt with so many so many families and stuff like that. He goes, and the one thing I've always told the families was, this couldn't be your eye opener. Yeah. But it also could be just something that I have experienced. And now the rest would rely on Dylan and how he takes it. It's all memories, man. Yes. I mean, look at how you and I mean, I'm not going to give our age, but we're in our 40s and we met like 35 years ago. Well, probably a little less, a little longer than that. I'm going to be 46 this year. Yeah, I'll be 45. So yeah. So, I mean, we met 30 something years ago. Yep. And we remember what we played. We remember what positions we played. We remember some of the pitchers that we went against. We remember all that. I remember half the kids that played with us. Yeah, exactly. Jamie Weiss. Yeah. Jeff Vaughn. Yeah. Nick Quinn. Yeah. Nate Quinn. Yeah. Danny Palmer. Yeah. You. Danny Englert. Yeah. I mean, come on, man. I can almost name half the whole friggin' team. Heavysides. Yeah, Heavysides. Ronnie Heavyside. Yeah. I mean, dude. Dwayne. Yeah. Like, I mean, it was the best moments of our life. Exactly. But and Jeff, I knew I wasn't going to play pro ball. Oh, yeah. I knew it. I just loved the game. I knew I wanted to play baseball. Never in my life would I ever have said, I'm going to be in the pros. I wasn't unrealistic like that. What I did say, though, somehow, I want to be some way, I want to stay in the game. Yeah.
I don't care how it is. I didn't care if they made me a clubby to pick up the trash. I would have done it just to be around the game.
I think what makes me laugh, and I really wish Dylan was still on and play this part for him.
I'm sure he's listening to it.
But I think what makes me laugh the most is because I remember you as a kid.
Yeah.
And you didn't hit for power for crap.
Nope.
And which Dominic reminds me a lot of that. I don't know how he hits for it, but he's fast. And you
Very
were fast as a
I
kid.
was very
So
fast.
I remember that. But watching Dylan, it's just like he's night and day from what you were when you were that
100%.
age to that. And he's built different. He
When he hit his first home run, I said, "Congratulations, son! You hit more home runs than I ever did."
And that's what I think makes me laugh. So when him getting this opportunity, I'm like, dude, this is awesome, man.
Yeah, I'm not talking about home runs that we were legged out and 4 errors on the play.
Launch.
I'm talking about getting over the fence.
Yeah.
With no doubters.
Yeah.
And I don't remember.
I've seen the videos, man.
I don't know if you remember this story, but I was away when he hit his first home run. I was on my way to the winter meetings.
Yeah.
In the air, watching it on Game Changer, 33,000 feet in the air, screaming at the top of my lungs. Luckily, I didn't get arrested by the FHA.
Well, you didn't say bomb on an airplane, so you're fine.
Bomb, 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 bomb. Bye, Norm. But all I remember is screaming and everybody looking at me on the plane, and I'm like, no, it's okay. My son just hit his first home run, and I'm a proud dad. But what I also remember is the next week I came back. I also remember how I felt that I wasn't there, but at least I was able to watch it.
Yeah.
But I also felt incredible the next week when I came home. He played in another tournament, and not one.
Yeah, he hit 2, didn't he?
2.
Yeah.
In that same weekend.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm
he's a powerhouse, man. That kid's a bruiser. I
So,
love it.
Look, wherever this takes him, I'm just happy he's better than I was.
Yeah.
And I laugh about that, but he is.
Yeah.
He is a better player at 12 years old than I ever was as a baseball player. I love the game. I think I love it a little bit more than he does. And I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, you also got a lot more knowledge and experience of the game than he's even got into yet.
But I've witnessed some of these things, Jeff. I've witnessed the DR, the Bahamas, the Curacao, the Venezuela, the Mexico, the guys that are fighting, the Puerto Ricos, the guys that are fighting to get out to make baseball a part of their lives. It's a different type of scenario for them. Oh, I said scenario. Somebody drink. I'll drink.
All right.
Okay. I'll explain that later. Anyways, so it's a different type of situation when first of all, it's your own kid now getting an opportunity like this, but these kids are fighting to do something different. Here in the States, you're just really taught to play the game, not to fight to get out of anywhere. Now, there are some dads, don't get me wrong, that take it above.
Yeah, they take it to the next level.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Agreed.
For me, it's just been about him liking it. But then to watch him, it's been like, whoa. But I still don't think you have to be the best of the best to get up to the top. The best. And I mean the best. And even the best of the best don't get to the top.
Yeah. True.
And I've witnessed it and I've seen it. And that's why I'm so much like, I just want him to love the game. Because wherever it takes him later on down the road, whether it be in the front office, whether it be never playing baseball again, it will have memories that he'll last a lifetime.
I just hope
our memories are of last of lifetime because we're still friends to this day.
Yeah.
And we still talk about it.
Yeah.
That's a lifetime.
Yeah. And we still keep in touch with all those people. That's the funny thing too, is we all still talk. I was going to say, for my only piece of advice to Dylan, and like I said, if he is listening, great. If he's not, that's fine too. But just live for the moment, man. Like enjoy it, eat it up. And when you go there, kick some ass and be done. I mean, that's how I look at it is just live for the moment, enjoy the ride, and let's see where it takes you. Because at the end of the day, man, I mean, we really don't. None of us know what's going to happen at 10, 11, 12, 13 years old. You don't know. And like I tell kids that I coach and I tell kids that just are friends with my kids, you have a very slim chance to go to the pros. It's what you put in it.
You have a better
And-
chance of hitting the Mega Millions or the Powerball.
1000% correct. And I tell
That's
him, I
a scary
said,
thought.
but agreed. And like I said, but is it impossible? No. And really, let's face facts. I mean, Dylan, does he dream of being a Major League Baseball player? Probably. But you're supposed to have that dream. Without dreams, you have nothing. And, did I dream of, working in sales and everything else? No. But, I got tired of getting hurt all the time. So my dream failed. And it's one of those where, like, that's just kind of how it worked.
Yep.
With Dylan, I think he sees that if he puts the work in and you put the time in and you put the effort in and you set that dream, now you're living reality now. And I think it's cool that it's coming to place, man.
Let me tell you something. I've witnessed him roll his eyes back and be like, "Oh, practice."
Yeah.
I said to him, again, man, I'm realistic. You can't roll your eyes back if you want to go above and beyond.
I say it all the time. Practice is just as important as a game.
It's not even about the practice. It's just, oh man, baseball is kind of cramping my style. I was on the phone with my girl there a little about 5 minutes ago, and
You got a girl?
I think he does.
All right.
Yeah. Hey.
All right. Good for you.
I went skating with her the other day.
Really?
Oh, I think so. Yeah. My wife won't tell me, but
yeah.
Perfect timing, Mike. Actually, you should put it on the mood music.
Yeah. So Dylan and her were hand in hand.
They were couples only. But no, seriously. So you can't take a break.
No.
There's no breaks in this game.
No.
And I'm not even, it's not a cliche, man. I've watched kids that have made this a 24-hour-a-day thing for them. Every day, every moment, to fight to get out of a country, Dominican Republic, wherever. And then on top of that, the American kids who are trying to do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
It's a very big game. What about all the guys that are coming over from Japan now?
Yeah.
Come on. It's
And they're making
international
real money.
stuff. You're talking about the best of the best all over the world. Australia has players coming over here.
Yeah.
I represented a kid from Australia. I didn't even know they played baseball in Australia until I met him.
Yeah, the Braves had. We had a reliever.
I mean, I knew they played, but I didn't realize they were bringing in minor league guys and signing guys like that over there.
Peter Moreland.
Yes.
That's who it was. Yeah, he was Australian.
I mean, come on. You got a better chance of hitting a lotto.
Without a doubt.
So I just want him to love it. But seeing this and being proud as a father is just, look, it's something that I'm always going to remember, that he had been offered an opportunity just to do it.
Yeah.
I would have killed for that opportunity.
You would be
I was not that good.
Yeah. I would have just liked, yeah, he's good, dude. He is good.
So, and that's just a testament to his hard work, but he still has to understand. And I'm going to tell you, all fathers out there, you included, and all my friends and all the people a part of Florida East Coast Travel and everybody that listens to us, all
Thank you, by the way.
190 of you right now. It's a very difficult road. That's the best way I could put it. Very difficult road. I don't care how good you are. Even the best don't make it. So just love the game with your kids. Love the games with the people you're coaching. Whether you are a father or not, I coached and I wasn't a father. And I just taught those kids just to love the game. Just enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. I want to win too. But there's a time and a situation where it does not, you don't know when it's going to end. What would you have done at 16, 17 years old when you stopped playing? Would have done things differently, right? Somehow, some way.
100% I'd have done things different.
I knew I wasn't that good, but I still would have probably tried to make it a little bit more a part of my life in those later teens and then 20s. I played a little bit at NABA, National Adult Baseball Association, out of St. Aloysius High School. Lou Palmer was the head of the league. He should rest in peace. Guy was the actual commentator for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah, I remember him.
And played with Barella. I played with Alex Hansen. I played with Mike Pitti. I played with the Bouts brothers, Matt and Craig, and Jesse Russo and Dwayne Sear. I played with all these guys that were 4 or 5 years older than I was.
Yeah.
And it was just a way for us to hang on and play. Granted, we got drunk and had some fun afterwards.
All right.
Men's league,
Yeah.
but it still kept us around the game. I wish I would have played that longer. There's guys still playing that are 60 years old.
Yeah.
If I go out there to throw a baseball, I'm gonna freaking hurt myself right now.
Yeah.
I'm old. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Why? Because I didn't keep on it.
Yeah. You let it go, man.
So
it's life.
It is. And we get to a point in our lives where we have to, we talked about this a few weeks ago, have to hang them up.
Yeah. I remember running the bases one time when I was coaching with these kids. I told them, no, I actually, I shoved a couple of kids down, but I mean, I didn't pull no hammy. I outran those little jerks, but I made a deal with them that if I outran them, they had to run the whole field. And because I am at the time, I think I was 42, I think. And I say, if my fat ass outruns you, then we have a serious problem. And I outran most of them and they had to take a lap. But for the next 4 days, I couldn't get out of bed without hurting and stretching and everything else. And I'm like, I got to realize, man, I'm too old, man. I can't do what I used to do because I didn't take care of myself. And that's where it comes down to. Like, I mean, like you said, would I have done things different? Yeah. I mean, when I hung it up, I really wish I would have that's why I kind of got into broadcasting, but it was like, I didn't see myself doing FM radio for as long as I did. I really wanted to be a play-by-play broadcaster, and it just didn't work out that way.
No, look, but you did something to stick around with it, right?
Yeah.
Just something, anything to talk about it to. I mean, again, why do you think we're doing this show? Because I love the game and I love talking about it and I enjoy it and want to be involved in it.
Yeah.
Yes, I have Jeff, tell them how many things I have on my plate right now. I mean, I have an hour.
Many, man.
We had to find a ride for Dylan for his practice tonight because I've committed to doing this.
Jeez.
My wife's got to take Dominic. He's got football. Dylan's got baseball. And we have a podcast show and she needs help.
Yeah.
But I'm here doing this. Why? Because that's how much I'm involved in this. And that's how much I love the game and I love expressing how much I adore this game and how much I would do for this game and how much I would do for kids.
Yeah.
And it's not a speech. This is not a sales pitch. This is how I truly feel. This is why we as a group have done what we're doing. This is why I started to talk to the city of Boynton Beach to do the project. This is why we started Fleetle. This is why I was at Lantana last night and trying and do something there. This is why, because I care about kids and I want to see the best for kids, because when you get to a point in your life where you know that sometime in your life things are going to end and you're not going to be able to do it anymore, take the opportunities when they come.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Because you don't know if you're going to get that again.
Yeah.
And look, man, death is a part of that. Lost my sister. My sister used to love play softball and skate. Can't do that no more. 18 years old, gone. So there's so many different life lessons that we all need to stop and think, like, what are we doing? Enjoy it. Enjoy life. Don't make it a pressure situation. Enjoy it. Yes, there's pressure. You have to treat it seriously. But when Sheila and I talked to Dylan about this, I said, this is your choice. This is not my choice. Would I have done it? Shit.
Yeah.
You would.
Heartbeat.
You wouldn't have got through the first second of the video.
Yeah.
That I showed him.
Yeah.
Where do I sign?
Yeah.
You got a pen?
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
As a father now, and what I do, I can't expect that. I got to expect him to make his own decisions and make his own choices and understand the work has to be done to get there. It just doesn't show and go now. He knows he's got to do, he's got to double it up now. I've explained that to him, but again, that's a life lesson. You have to know when you get opportunities like that, they come with hard work.
And be prepared.
People that make it, I've witnessed people that made it to the major or got into the draft, got signed, right? But then all of a sudden, they don't work anymore. They're in the minor leagues. They made it. No, you didn't. You make nothing.
You make crap.
What'd you make? $1,100 for the month? That's what they were getting paid. That ain't what I mean. I make more than that sitting out there selling water on Congress Avenue.
Yeah. That's what a lot of kids don't understand either, by the way.
It's not minors. Getting there is the majors.
Yeah.
So it's a whole nother level of a whole different world of people trying to do the exact same shit you're trying to do, which is get to the majors.
Yeah.
On top of the other people that are right behind you trying to come in. Man, it's tough.
It's tough.
It's a tough game, and it's a tough career. It's a tough line of work. But man, it wasn't anything else I'd rather do. Heck right now to this day. Give me an opportunity like that. I was 11, 12 years. Shoot.
Yeah.
I still wouldn't have done anything with it because I wasn't that good. And I knew it. I was good enough to play, but I wasn't good enough to get to that level.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you have to understand. There comes a point where you have to say that to yourself.
Yeah.
But there's still other things you can do. And I've said that before on our show. There's other things that you can do. Analytics, part of the game. Become very smart. Work in engineering or science, and some of the, I don't even know. I wasn't a good student, so I don't even know some of the terminology for it. But there's a chemistry, whatever. You could get into a certain situation where you have the ability to make baseball a career if you study hard in certain areas too,
right.
From an analytics standpoint, sports science. You could be a trainer, you could be a clubby. Those guys make a ton of money in the big leagues.
Yeah.
Do you know what it's like when Harper comes up to a clubby? Here's $500, kid. Go get me a Big Mac. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
I hear it. I've seen it. I witnessed it. I had to pay a clubby one time. My guy made it up to the majors.
Yeah.
I had to give him $100 to go grab a bottle of champagne for him making it in the majors. $100. He had to go pick it up. Who's going to do it?
Wow.
I'm going to tell my player, hey, do me a favor, go pick up your bottle of champagne. You just made it in the majors.
Yeah.
No, I had to have somebody do it. So I had to call the visiting clubhouse. He was on the road and gave the guy $100.
Jeez.
Do so. So that's me. What do you think Bryce Harper and Trout and all those guys are doing?
Same
hey,
thing.
man, I need you to go pick up my wife some flowers. It's a birthday.
Yeah.
And I'm on the road.
Here's $1,000.
Here's $1,000. Go get it. That's how they make their money. So there's other things you can do. A lot of other things you can do. You can do this.
Yeah.
You can be a sportscaster. You can be a color commentator. You can be whatever you want to be in life, son. If you want to make sports or the sport that you love a part of your life, it takes hard work. But you don't have to play in the pros to do it.
No. I mean, look at the girl that just signed with the Marlins. Did you see that?
Today?
Yeah. I'm gonna brutalize her last name, but Rachel Balakovic.
Is that the one from the Yankees?
Yeah. So she signed with the Marlins as director of player development today.
Are you kidding me?
No.
I offered them Wally. They hired her. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Did I say that on the air?
Yeah, you did. Are you talking about the Marlins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked them for. Oh my God. Never mind. We'll talk about that later off air.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look,
I know great that she made it to another job and she's doing well. God bless. But
doesn't that mean she has a position open where she just left?
With the Yankees?
It's a job.
She was coaching though.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to coach anymore.
Oh, that's right.
He wants to be front office.
That's right. So he can bring me on as a coach. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Right. Anyway. Yeah. No, again, and it's not even, and like you said, again, I'm going to cut through my notes really fast because I know we're on time. We're actually running on time today, which is nice.
Yeah.
And
short
again,
guest.
Like if you can't stay if you can't stay in the league, then stay in the game. Like you said, again, with her making player development or be a sports agent like yourself. The big talk right now.
No, don't do sports agency.
But just listen to me because you can. Because now I think it's just kids look at it different. Okay. So like, for example, how many kids sit back and they go, can you name a sports agent? Most of them can't, right? But when you get into your 17, 18, 19, 20, they all go, oh yeah, Scott Boras. Oh yeah, Drew Rosenhaus. Oh yeah. Well, they're mega agents. I get how it works. Well, they had to start someplace.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like, and I've read Drew Rosenhaus's book and I've known Drew for years, and he flat out told me he started off poor, man. Like, I mean, this wasn't easy.
Right.
And he ended up, his make or break was the Miami Hurricanes.
Yeah.
That was his make or break. And that was in this time where he could literally just go to the campus and say, here, sign this. Here, sign this. Well, then I think his first major signing was Jeremy Shockey. That was his first big signing.
I love Jeremy.
I did too.
We were just talking about him last night, me and Nick.
Yeah.
Kaczynski.
But he was, that was
Joe.
Rosenhaus's first ever big signing was Jeremy Shockey.
I didn't know
then
that.
he went on to Ed Reed.
Wait, he got Shockey before he got drafted.
Correct.
Okay.
He got him in college. So then he got him drafted. Then he signed Ed Reed, Sean Taylor. He lived in Miami.
Yeah, well, he lives in Miami.
Exactly. Which it worked out for him, but he ended up, but look at the talent level I get. But then you go to somebody like, and he doesn't deal with baseball much. So, I mean, I don't really deal with him
What
with
year
that.
was
But
Shockey drafted? Man, they're going back.
that was in the 90s.
He's only been around since the 90s. I feel like he's been around since the 80s.
No, Shockey was in the 90s.
No. I mean, Rosenhaus.
Rosenhaus? Well, he was like a bird dog in so many words.
But he was around
in the 80s, in the late
Okay.
80s, yeah.
But he just didn't really become a name
Until he opened
the
his own.
90s.
Correct.
Got it.
So, I mean, again, and that's where you look at something like that. And like, I know the big talk is, Cody Bellinger. Where's he going to land? After a while,
keep talking about that. He hasn't landed
and he
anywhere.
ain't landed nowhere. And that's what's making me laugh.
Look, I got guys out there right now still that do not have jobs. It's
Yeah.
a slow market. I'm telling you right now. I talked to one of my clients today. I'm like, look, just be patient. Don't get discouraged. Because these guys that, do you know how much pressure there is when you're sitting at home and you know you're good, and all of a sudden somebody else signs that you're like, oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Or they're going through the bigger names of the list,
And
the top tier, and then they're getting down and working down. It's annoying to walk,
Yeah.
sit there and wait.
Yeah.
And I feel for these guys, but that's what the system has now brought to us. And that's just where you have to stay positive. I told them today, keep working, keep sending me videos, keep sending me technology, TrackMan data, whatever. Send me everything you got. And guess what? The second I get it, it goes right out.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't even sit in my text message for more than 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Before I'm already thinking of somebody who I haven't talked to in a couple of days. Okay, I'm gonna send it to him.
Yeah.
That's what my job is, man. It's especially this time of the year is the most busiest time of the year for me because I got guys that are sitting at home waiting on me to get them jobs.
Yeah.
It's it's a lot of pressure on them. It's a lot of pressure on me because I'm at the hands of their career.
Yeah.
I'm the one that's the front of telling them, I mean, I'll show you my phone, man. How many text messages I got today in regards to teams.
Oh, yeah, I see from here.
I mean, Reds.
Yep.
Thank you. Who else? Not Travis Rich.
I guess my question is like after a while, like later, and I'm going to ask you this maybe as an agent standpoint.
Yep.
So after the big names have been signed, your Otanis and all that other kind of crap, when that happens, somebody and I'm going to go by Bleacher Report, so I'm quoting them. Their prediction is the Giants will take him for
Who? Ballinger.
Yeah, the Giants will take him for 11 years, $250 million. He's
holding out.
Exactly, and I don't think he's worth that, to be honest with you right now.
Well, see, there's a difference between not getting it.
But
I'm sure he's had a bunch of offers already.
Oh, he had to have.
So see, that's a little bit different though, Jeff, because he's a guy that's probably had us, whatever, and and his agents telling him he's worth this, which is fine.
Yep.
And he hasn't got that number yet. That's why he hasn't signed.
Yeah.
He's not been a guy that nobody's called yet.
Oh,
I'm talking about guys right now. Like I've had calls on guys.
Yeah.
But they're just, hey, where are they at right now? How they look? Are they healthy? Are they this or that? The inquiries, as I call them, or kicking the tires. Kicking the tires.
Yeah.
What I mean? Hey,
how's he doing?
How's he doing? And then we get to the round where they're really serious to go. And you know when that happens? Don't know.
You don't know.
January, February, spring training, March. It could happen. I've seen guys get dragged off their couches.
Yeah.
And gone.
Now, do they have I know I should say off the topic, but it's kind of leading into something else, but
sure.
Like, how the NCAA for football, they have like the transfer portal. Do they have a portal for that in baseball, or is it just straight up? Like when you're on that team, you're straight on, right?
What do you mean? If you're signed now?
Yeah. Okay. So let's say, I'm using Dylan as an example because we just had him on. So Dylan's going to play for it's going to pay me to say, but he's going to play for the Miami Hurricanes, let's just say. And he gets a scholarship to go and play for 4 years. Okay.
Yep.
How this all works now because of the NIL deal going on.
Oh,
he can transfer whenever. Okay. I didn't know if it was the same rules applied in baseball and basketball.
That's
and all
what's
that
making the game terrible right now.
I can't stand it. Yeah, I can't.
But look, it doesn't affect baseball as much as it does. Well, I guess it does because I had a guy last year, and I can't name his name yet right now because he's still a student. But I had a guy last year who was with a major SEC team and was really good, and I mean really good, and didn't get popped in the draft. And I was shaking my head like,
what the heck?
Why?
Yeah.
Now, the coach was calling me every 5 minutes. For probably 2 weeks. Because you want to know if he was coming back.
Yeah.
Because if he wasn't, His butt was in the portal
Yeah.
trying to grab kids.
Yeah.
So it does affect baseball, but it's not like you're losing your starter quarterback.
Yeah.
You know, that is hard to and rare to find.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're losing backup catchers.
And I'm not trying to diminish baseball players, but you might get you might lose a shortstop, but there's a gazillion of shortstops out there trying to play the position.
Yeah.
Okay. It's talent. I was talking about this the other night with somebody. The way somebody actually throws a football. We were watching it, and what was the game? Oh, it was the Dolphin game.
Mm-hmm.
And watching some of the passes that were being thrown by Tua. I mean, the ball stays like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your ball and my ball probably goes like this
Mm-hmm.
when you're throwing it 30 yards down the field.
Yeah.
Okay. His ball stays like this
Mm-hmm.
and just like that.
Yeah.
Like a plane landed.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most art thing you've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not easy to throw a pigskin that far down the field.
Yeah.
At all. You take a round ball and chuck it.
Must be even harder to throw it to where it's not intercepted. Anyway, sorry.
Come on, man. He's
Nope. I don't want to get in. We're diamond deals. I'm not going to sit here and have that conversation.
We're having that freaking conversation right now. Stop hating on Tua.
I can't.
Stop hating on Tua.
I don't like him.
God damn it, Jeff. That's a quarterback now. Jeff Hostetler? Nope. I mean,
Hostetler.
Jeff Hostetler.
That was old
Jay Fiedler.
Yeah, Jay Fiedler, man. He ain't no damn quarterback, Phil. Yeah. No,
Jay Fiedler was quarterback, Jeff.
So here's my thing
so
with
is Tua.
No, God.
He's a lefty quarterback, Jeff. He's a good quarterback.
Average.
Bro, when was the last time y'all made the playoffs?
Jay Fiedler. No, we made it with Tua last year, I think. I think we were in the playoffs last year.
I mean, actually making it to where you were not like just like getting in.
Oh, Jesus. You're going back to probably Marino days.
04, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, a long time. Yeah. Which again.
Stop with that shit.
I am telling you now.
I'll tell Butchie, I'll tell them all.
I'll tell you now.
The boy can throw it. The boy can throw it. It's a
from 30 yards, from 30 yards in,
yards.
from 30 yards in, he's a very accurate quarterback. I don't hate the guy.
I didn't say you hated him, but Tyreek Hill makes him look really good, brother.
Tyreek Hill would make you look good.
True.
It is what it is. And that's where I'm getting at with Tua.
True.
It's not that Tua's great. It's the offense was built around him. Now, if he leaves and you bring somebody else in, are they still going to put the same kind of numbers? Yeah. If you still have the same kind of offense, yeah. Tyreek Hill makes everybody look good. Look at freaking Mahomes right now. Is he putting up the MVP numbers he did before? No.
No, different story though.
But again, it's one of those where, to me, Tua is a good quarterback when he's playing a regular game. If it's a big game, he chokes every freaking time. And that's the difference between a good quarterback and a great quarterback.
I will agree with you. I'm not saying he chokes, but I will agree with you. Hate him, love him, whatever. The guys that could run the 2-minute drill,
they're the winners, man.
They're the winners.
Yeah, and
he can't.
He just cannot do it. I had
Tom
somebody
Brady
say the other day.
beauty.
Tom Brady was one of the kings, man. I mean, he's the GOAT of.
I mean,
he's the GOAT, and I
hate to
hated
say
him,
it,
but
hate to say it,
but mad respect, man.
I mean,
mad respect. For Tom Brady.
Call a spade, dude. The guy. If you did not want that team or that man to have the ball with 45 seconds.
No,
coming down the field.
No, I mean, I remember back when we had Marino, and I remember as a Dolphin fan, you'd have Marino, and somebody would score, and all of a sudden it was like, oh crap, we're down by 3, and we only got a minute and 10 seconds, and it's like my dad goes, that's like 3 minutes for Marino.
Oh my god!
And Marino would just boom, and game over.
There's just unreal. Again, man, athletes. You're an athlete. If you're an athlete, you're an athlete.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that every athlete's exactly the same. I mean, Michael Jordan did shit that nobody else could do ever. Not LeBron, not Kobe. He should rest in peace. Not anybody.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I mean, that's facts.
Yeah.
Period. End of story. Now, Bird and Kareem and Magic and Lamb. I mean, Isaiah. Like those guys did crap that other people couldn't do either.
Correct.
So it's not just Jordan. It's generation.
It's generation.
No.
It's era to era.
Who you are as an athlete.
Yeah. But it's also era to era. I mean,
yes, but
Jordan took basketball to a whole nother level.
Michael did shit that you were just like, what?
Yeah.
How the hell did he just do that?
Michael, in my book, when we were young, he made everybody a basketball fan. Didn't matter who you were, you watched.
But he also made everybody a champion. That man was going to win. Did you see that show?
Oh, the Jordan, the Bulls biography thing, that whatever year
Last
that was.
Dance?
The last, yes.
I mean,
I did watch that.
bro,
yeah.
he got on people, and
Yeah.
I mean got on them. He fought with Kerr, with Kukoc, with Pippen. He fought with everybody. Rodman told Phil Jackson, "Hey man, don't let him go to Vegas. He ain't coming back."
Yeah.
You know how Rodman was. Dude was in wedding dresses, getting married every other week
To himself.
to himself.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy was so unpredictable. But guess what? Come back, and that's what I loved about that segment was he came back and it was like he never left. Like
he knew what was up.
Knew how to play that game.
Yeah.
Rodman was one of the best rebounders in the game.
Yeah.
Period. End of story. But that's what Jordan did.
Yeah.
When you put stuff around a guy, who knew who BJ Armstrong was?
Nobody until he went to the 3-point contest.
Bro, I mean, I'll name them all. Horace Grant.
Yep.
I mean,
Cartwright.
was he as good on Orlando Magic as he was on the Bulls?
No.
Not even close.
No.
Steve Kerr? Anybody ever heard of him before?
No.
Okay. Bill Cartwright?
No. God.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't just Jordan, but he made all of them look good.
Yeah. I mean, look what happened when he went to baseball. You know, I mean, he went to baseball and he sucked in baseball, and the Bulls and the sad thing is that it showed Scottie Pippen that he was not fully a number one. Jordan was the 1A, Pippen was a 1B. I got to give him that, but he couldn't run it without Michael. Man.
Michael made the Washington Wizards look good when he went there.
Yeah. Michael makes smoking a cigar look good. I mean, like, what are we doing?
Man. I mean, they're just the best, some of the best, and hands down. You could say whatever you want right now. I'll call it right. LeBron's not as good as Jordan. Period. End of story. Have a nice day.
Hell no.
And we could end the show on that because and then call me on my phone 561-523-6733 and argue me about it.
Before we do that, because we are getting ready to wrap it up. So very rarely do I come on and I actually promote doing something on social media because I'm okay at social media. But I'm going to put a poll question up, which is almost like a trivia. It's a trivia question I'm going to give you guys. So for those of you that are on that are on Facebook Live now, you have your shot to answer. If you get it right, I'll just give you a nod. How about that? So here's your question. Who broke up at least 81 no-hitters with a home run? That's a hard question. Who broke up at least 81?
Hold on.
Yeah, go
Say
ahead,
that again?
Who broke up at least 81 no-hitters with a home run?
Who broke up at least 81 no-hitters? 81 within his career.
In his career.
Is this counting minors too?
No. Major league.
All major leagues.
All majors.
And he broke up a no-hitter.
He broke up 81 no-hitters.
I'm saying he broke up a that's the
with a home run.
With a home run.
Mm-hmm.
God, I don't know that.
Yeah, and the list that they actually gave was but
who was the people? Was it like a multiple choice?
Yeah, it was
give me a multiple choice.
So Griffey Jr.
That very well could be. Go ahead.
Ricky Henderson.
No.
Babe Ruth.
Okay, that could be it.
Jim Thome.
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah.
Where'd you find this one at?
Internet, man. It's the God.
Well, I mean, I know that, but like
it was
something like, did you just Google who did that? Like, where'd you find it?
No, it was Major League Baseball trivia almanac thing or something I found on Google. But it had a bunch of them where I was like,
did you go Back to the Future with the almanac too?
Yeah, I put money on the Cubbies. You thought you'd give me on that, but you're not gonna give me
money on the Cubbies.
So there's your multiple choice. Ken Griffey Jr., Ricky Henderson, Babe Ruth, Jim Thome.
Before you looked at it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, not before you.
Because I know the answer.
After you looked at it, if you didn't have the answer, who would you have said?
Honestly, I would have. I know everybody's thinking Babe Ruth. I actually would have said Jim Thome, just because he was that kind of player.
But home run wise, yes,
it would have been a home run wise. Yeah, I would probably say Babe
there's
Ruth.
Three there that I would say have a legitimate shot at that stat.
Yeah,
and
because they always throw the one in, and that you're
well, that's what I'm saying. That's Griffey, that's Thome, and that's Ruth.
Yeah.
So Ricky is the oddball out.
Yeah.
I mean, Ricky stole some bases.
That was fast as
but I don't know him to be a home run hitter. I
didn't know he was a power hitter. So when they had him in there, that was where I was kind of like, all right.
I met him at the Coral Springs or Coral Square Mall one time.
Really?
Ricky Henderson.
He's
signing autographs. Man. Remember when? Well, the Yankees used to play down in Fort Lauderdale.
That's right.
Coral Square Mall, Coral Springs, Florida. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, 6:00. On the dot.
Wait, we got somebody. That's tough. Auto correct fail. What? Oh, Daniel.
Oh,
I'm thinking he's answering the question.
oh yeah. No, he's not.
Okay.
All right. So I'll post a question on Facebook. I'll post it on Instagram, and let's see who gets it right.
Jeff, I want to thank you for allowing me to do that today. By the way.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Look,
Proud uncle.
Thank you. I got home today and that package was at the front door and I knew what it was.
Yeah.
Okay. Dylan was not home yet because I left before he even got home to come here for the show before he's on home from school because of middle school hours. And I was like, what do I do? Like because now I know I'm not going to see him.
Yeah.
I got this box here and I'm like,
how else do we do this?
Yeah. How do you do this? So I ran into the room and I was like, Sheila, and the box came, whatever. And I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, and then I knew he had practice. So that means I'm not going to see him until 8:00.
Yeah.
And I was so excited for him.
Yeah.
But more excited to let him open in front of me. And I've missed a lot, man. So I didn't want to miss that. And then I was all of a sudden, I was like, we can do this.
Yeah.
And we had no gas.
No, we were good.
So thank you.
Yeah, man. Awesome. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of like you said, like a college signing day.
Yeah, it was
It was kind of cool. And
cool.
you know, again, man, I'll have this video to last a lifetime.
Now you get to.
That's why. By the way, Mike, that's why we are doing Facebook Live. Daniel, Joe, that's why. That's why.
It.
Because, it's been great to hear it, but the look on his face was awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. That was awesome.
So these are a lot of the reasons why I was doing this.
Yeah.
So I want to thank everybody today for joining us. I texted a lot of people to tell them to join in.
They did.
That we were going to be doing this, and I swear Jeff did not know. Nobody knew, not even Mike knew. So it was a great, cool feeling as a father. So thank you everybody for sharing in that moment with me. And we will see you next Tuesday for Jeff and myself. We'll see you next time on the Diamond.